Hi, I'm going to quickly tell you about something that you might not know, but you need to know about the writing exam. Have you ever wondered how your writing is marked in the FCE or First English exam? No? Do you care? Yes, of course you should. First of all, who marks your writing? Well, your writing is taken from the exam hall, is sent to the United Kingdom, is scanned and is put into a computer program. It's then sent to markers who are also in the United Kingdom who mark it using the computer software. There are 3 levels of people marking or supervising the markers, and then you're given your writing mark. Yep, that is a lot of work. So in short, once you've done your exam, there's no point trying to beg your teacher to do something about it. They simply can't. Okay, now onto the marking. At school, when you give your writing homework to your teacher, you probably get a grade or a mark. A, B, C, D, E, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Okay, well that's good for you to know how well you did overall, but not much good from the point of view of the writing exam. Why? Your writing, which remember is being marked on a computer screen by someone in the United Kingdom, so make sure your handwriting is okay. Your writing actually gets 4 separate marks for 4 separate categories. And those categories are content, communicative achievement, organisation and language. You're probably asking yourself, well, what the hell does all that mean? And that's a very valid question, so let me explain. Do you remember in your course books when you did a writing exercise, there were lots of little preparatory questions along the lines of check out this piece of writing and identify the register, or has this person actually done the task, or have they written the essay in the correct way, or have they used a good range of grammar? You did do those questions, didn't you? Well, content is basically, have you done what you were meant to do? Did you include all the information you had to include? Did you mention everything that they wanted you to mention? Communicative achievement looks at your register and the vocabulary you use. Is it appropriate for the task? Organisation is, if you're asked to write an essay, a letter or a report, did you actually format your answer to be an essay, a letter or a report? If you wrote an essay but actually had to write a letter, well, you won't score very highly here. And lastly, language looks at the range of vocabulary and the range of grammar you use and how accurate it is. Do you remember the dream you had about including the past, present, future, conditional, passive and reporting verb structures, and how you used a substitution, ellipsis, a range of sentence structures and linking words in your answer which just was 150 words? Well, this is where you reenact that dream in this writing question. It's not much to ask, is it? So in summary, if you didn't pay attention to those little questions when you were doing the writing exercises, or you didn't have a look at the guides at the back of your course book, well, this is the time to revisit all that information. Okay, that's what you have to include. Here is how it's scored. You get a mark from 1 to 5 for each section, giving you a maximum of 20 points per question, 40 points for the whole paper. Please note, you get 0 if the content is totally irrelevant, target reader is not informed. So make sure you answer the question correctly. Now, let's have a look at those scores in more detail. You get 5 for content if all content is relevant to the task, target reader is fully informed. You get 5 for communicative achievement if the writer uses the conventions of the communicative task effectively, that means very well, to hold the target reader's attention and communicate straightforward ideas as appropriate. You get 5 for organisation if the text is well organised and coherent, in other words, it makes sense, using a variety of cohesive devices and organisational patterns to good effect. Sounds easy, doesn't it? You get 5 for language if you use a range of vocabulary, including less common vocabulary, appropriately. So don't just throw in random complex words without knowing what they mean and how you use them. Uses a range of simple and complex grammatical forms with control and flexibility, and occasional errors may be present but do not impede communication. Easy really, isn't it? Okay, not really, but the system does allow you to have a stinker in one section and to do okay in the rest. Okay, there we go. Writing knocked on the head. Now what you need to do is check out the other videos about the FCE or First English exam and the way that they're marked to find out how the whole paper is marked. So I'll see you there in those videos.